what's up? I'm Rachel and welcome back to Auxhart Gardening. Today for the garden tour we have a very special guest. This is my little sister.
Yes, my name is Molly. I'm her younger sister by year and a half?
Yeah, a year
and a half. And I know nothing about plants.
Yes, this is going to be very interesting. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you might recognize her voice. Maybe not her speaking voice, but maybe her singing voice. All the music on my channel, she has personally written and performed, which is very cool.
I love writing music and doing that for her, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more to her soon.
Yeah. She doesn't update her channel very much.
Or at all. Sorry, y'all.
But some of the songs that I do use in my videos are up on her channel, so if you want to check those out, I'll link her channel in the description below.
Sounds good. Okay, come and teach me about plants.
Alrighty. Alright, so we are going to start with the tomato row. I try to start in the same place every time so that our viewers don't get confused.
Okay.
Alright, so we are starting with the tomato trellis here.
Is this the tomatoes?
Are you being serious?
Tomatoes grow up, right?
Yeah? Okay, so yes, tomatoes. This is a tomato plant right here.
Oh, right here. Because I saw these beans, so I was getting confused.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, there are beans intertwined. You see these leaves that look like this? These are beans.
Oh, okay.
And these are tomato.
Oh, okay. I see now. It got caught in this, so I was like, what is that? The leaves of this are very sticky on bottom.
Yeah, they are like kind of like Velcro. If you want to pull some beans while we're here, you can. We're looking for ones that are about like this. They are just barely starting to bulge out and they've turned entirely purple.
What kind of beans are these again?
The variety is blue cocoa. They're pole beans, which means they grow up like vines.
Do you have a specific way you pick them off the plant?
Oh yeah, good point. I just grab it and kind of pull.
Oh, okay.
Don't like yank, but like use your thumb to separate it.
To separate it. So would you consider this, well, this one looks like it was bitten too.
Yeah, that's fine. You can still pull it.
Okay. I pulled one off, yay. It's the small things in life, y'all.
Yeah, this is your very first time ever picking like food, except for those strawberries you mentioned, right?
Yeah, I picked strawberries once when we were back in high school, was it? I might have done this one wrong.
That one's a little big, but that's okay.
Okay.
You see how it's already bulging out and got like big beans in it?
So would this be oversized then, like, right?
It's just gonna be a little tough is all.
Okay. Is this your only bean plant right here? Or
there are 3 down the row. Everything else is tomatoes.
So like this one right here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice, okay. So what do you make with these beans?
Usually I saute them, but I've been trying to make fresh green bean casserole lately.
I love green bean casserole.
Yeah, I know. I've been making it with fresh, made from scratch French fried onions.
Wait, like you made the French onions?
Mm-hmm.
You know I want to try that.
Yeah, I was going to make that for you today, but it's got a whole lot of dairy in it, and I haven't made a dairy-free version yet.
Yeah, that's okay, because I can still do a little bit of dairy. It just depends. I think I'm still learning it. For those who don't know, we're debating if I have Crohn's disease or not. So it makes it hard right now to figure out what I can and can't eat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've picked like 6 beans or so? 6.
Yeah, I've picked them recently, so there's not a lot that's the right size. I would say some of these are pretty good. Like, I'm gonna grab this one, and this one, and this one. And then these ones are just a little too small. They haven't turned purple yet.
Okay. Would you count this one as good too?
Yeah, that one's good. Let's see.
Does this plant do a lot of beans? Like you can come out here multiple times in the season to pick them?
Yeah, I've been picking like a couple of handfuls of beans off of here like every other day or so. It's kind of hard to keep up with, actually.
So if it's overripe like this one is, would you still leave it on the plant?
Yeah, just leave it because it'll keep making its beans, and then at the end of the season I can shell them and have dried beans.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I see your tomatoes growing right here, right?
Yeah, I think this is going to be the last bit of tomato.
Yeah, well, they're definitely not ready, but they're looking really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you have how many tomato plants do you have?
I don't know. I haven't counted. But you should smell this plant right here.
This one?
Yeah. Just like rustle it and get the...
Oh, rustle it. It smells very like lavender a little bit, but I don't think that's what it is. But it smells nice.
Yeah. It is cinnamon basil.
Oh. Is it supposed to smell like cinnamon? Because I
Yeah, a little
don't get
bit.
that smell.
I mean, it doesn't smell exactly like cinnamon.
It smells good though.
Yeah.
It smells really good. So what do you do with this plant? Do you pick
Mostly-
the basil off of it?
Mostly I use it for fresh basil tea,
Oh, nice.
which I have inside if you care to try.
How do you know that it's ready to be picked?
That's a good question. Basil and anything that you harvest for its leaves, you can pick basically whenever you feel like you could take a third of the leaves and the plant would still look healthy.
I feel like that's a hard judgment right there.
Yeah, that's something that you kind of learn as you go. Like this plant right here, you can see it goes all the way up and around this way.
That'd be a lot of leaves to pick off of it if it's like you're picking 1/3.
Yeah, so I could pick up to 1/3 off of it at a time, but I don't have to pick that much.
Oh, okay. So you can do less.
Yes.
So I was like, that'd be a lot at once. Probably go bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is cinnamon basil.
Yes.
So you have all these right here, though. Are
These are weeds.
Oh.
These are empty pots that I didn't clean out, and now they're growing weeds.
I'm calling you out. Sorry, Rachel. Okay, so more tomato. Is that like...
Yeah, these ones are definitely eaten. I don't think that this is usable. This one is probably fine. This one is looking like it's rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably caterpillar damage.
Okay. So then you got more beans right here.
Yeah.
And that's like these big leaf ones.
Yep. You're starting to get better at this already.
Well, it's better than calling it a tomato plant. So still tomatoes, but this the cinnamon basil, but like not ripe because it looks similar to that plant, but it's not purple.
That's a really good assessment. It is a basil, but it is a different kind. It's lemon basil.
Oh, okay. So can I rustle and smell that one too?
Yeah.
I don't really get a lemon smell from it. It smells sweet.
Smell the leaves more than the flowers.
So it'd be like this.
Like you can take one and like crunch it up in your fingers if you want.
Can I do this one?
Yeah.
Oh, I do get the lemon smell now. It smells like one of those lemon drops, Mom's favorite candy. It smells like that. I like how that smells.
Yeah. It's pretty good. That also makes really good tea.
I bet. I like the smell of it, so I'm going to hold on to this.
Yeah. So as we keep going down, it's more of the same here.
Yeah.
More tomatoes.
These are all so like, I didn't realize tomatoes started growing kind of long, I guess.
Well,
I
so
always thought they started out more like a ball.
you are correct. These are a variety of tomato that is long.
Okay. So how big do these usually get?
You're looking at really close to the max size there.
Oh, okay. So that's quite small for a tomato. What do you use this type of tomato for?
That's a San Marzano tomato. It is a paste tomato, famous for Italian cooking. It's really good for making sauce.
Okay. Like, are we talking pizza sauce or specific sauces?
Tomato sauce in general, which can then be specified into like whatever you want, marinara sauce or vodka sauce or whatever.
That's really cool. But this looks even different from that. Is this just a wonky tomato?
That is a wonky tomato. It's a different variety. It's called Amish paste. And this one that you're looking at actually has been fused. So multiple flowers fused when it was growing.
Okay.
And it kind of made this monster. We call this cat facing.
Why?
I don't know why it's called cat facing. It's another word for it is fasciated.
Okay. This looks really cool though.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to show this off and be like, look at this tomato.
Yeah, heirloom tomatoes are pretty famous for fasciation.
Because this one even has a weird shape to it. It's just one, but like, I like how it looks.
Yeah. Well, that one actually is also fasciated. These ones are supposed to be like kind of fat and oblong, like ovals.
Oh, okay. Well, they look really cool. Are you going to tell me that this is another type of tomato right here? Or is this...
That's the same. I only have two types.
See.
Well, actually, I have 3 types of tomato, but I think one of them is done for the season.
The stem is so long, going from up here, and then it branches all the way over here.
Yeah. Tomatoes are vining plants, actually. And if you don't prune them and you don't trellis them, they will grow along the ground like big bushy vines.
Is that why... Like, didn't Mom try growing tomatoes when we were younger?
Yeah, I think so.
And I feel like I vaguely remember it being, like, maybe only this tall.
So there's 2 types of tomato plants. There's determinate and indeterminate.
You made a video on that.
I did. Glad to know you watched some of my videos.
I do. I admit, though, I don't watch every week's garden tour.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I assumed you would know what the tomato plants were if you watched the garden tours.
I don't know much about plants, so I will forget everything I learn.
That's okay.
Your viewers are gonna laugh at me. It's okay.
Yeah, do you see any more beans you need to pull?
I guess I'm having a hard time deciding if it's good to pull because it still has a little bit of green on it, but it's like a very long. It's like this one looks good, but it looks oversized too. Like you said, it's bulging.
Yeah, you're correct.
So this one you shouldn't pick.
Yeah.
But this one, not bulging, but it's all purple.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And this is only good for these specific purple ones. A lot of pole beans will just grow green. So you have to really just go by the shape of the bean.
Watch me pull just one year and be like, Molly, you failed again. That was not the one to pull. There's just so many hanging like over on this side, but like I don't want to like.
You can totally just reach through.
Well, what are you gonna? You said you're gonna dry out these bulging ones.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to get my hands stuck. It just feels weird. You can tell I don't do this. I'm like.
Yeah, I just like dive head first into the plants.
You mean hand first?
Oh,
if you
head
put
first.
Your head into a plant.
All right, Miss Pedantic.
I don't think I usually tend to be pedantic. Maybe only around you. Like, but I don't tend to be pedantic too often. Okay, so you got more tomatoes over here. These look different. These look different than the ones over here too.
Well, some of that is dead sunflower.
Like this long black one right here.
But these ones are round. They look more like normal tomatoes.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know why that is. I didn't plant anything that's supposed to look like that.
Well, that's fun.
Yep.
That's how you know garden's growing on their own, you know? It's just doing its own thing. I like that. It's like mom's compost. You never know what's going to come out of it.
Yeah. So normally we would go this way next. This is where the peppers are.
Okay.
But as you can see, it is impossible jungle.
Oh.
So we're going to go around and meet our viewers on the other side. All right, well, I thought we could get through, but it turns out we cannot get through. So we're going to go down this way and look at everything through the corn.
So this is corn?
It is corn, yeah.
I didn't know you're growing corn.
Yeah, it shouldn't really have any corn on it still. There's a couple, I guess, but I've picked most of them.
Will this continue to grow?
I think it's done.
So
I just need to pull it.
What do you do with the stalks? Like, you're going to pull the whole stalk out?
Eventually, yeah. I was actually kind of going to let these dry out and use them as Halloween decorations.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this. It looks really cool. But you said they're done?
Yeah.
Do you still have, I guess, like, it's like trying?
Well, there's a few smaller cobs on there that I haven't really pulled off.
Okay.
And there might be a couple bigger ones that I've just missed.
Like down here, you have this, like, it has the hair coming from
Oh, yeah, that little baby one.
Yeah, that's so small. How do you know when it's done and ready to be picked?
So you see the little silks?
These things?
Yeah. So that one of those is connected to each kernel, and that is where the pollen falls to pollinate for the seed, which is the corn. Mm-hmm. And so once it's been pollinated, it kind of dries up and goes black. So when all of those have dried up and gone black, then you know that it's ready.
Oh, so like this one right here is turning a little bit brown right now.
Yeah.
Interesting. But now every time I think of corn, I think of Into the Woods, about how they were trying to get golden hair. Have you seen Into the Woods?
No.
Hey, you guys are gonna need to educate her on that. I'm not gonna spend the whole time explaining that movie to you.
Yeah. So if you look through the corn here, you see these pepper plants here.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, the ones that are all falling over.
Yes, all your trellises. See, this is what I was imagining the tomato plants to be on.
Oh yeah, these are tomato cages, which is why you might have been confused.
Okay.
I don't think they're very good for tomatoes. But you can kind of see up in here there is peppers.
These green ones, what kind of peppers are they? Are they just green pepper or?
Those are Ajvarsky. They're sweet peppers. They will eventually turn red when they are ready.
Oh, looks like you have a decent amount too.
Yeah, it's surprising actually because these had disease earlier in the season and they do still have it, but they've kind of been like fighting it for a while.
So what do you make out of these peppers?
Lots of stuff. Fajitas. I roast the red peppers and do roasted red pepper stuff, sauces.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't have any of it.
Yeah, I can't eat peppers.
It's a sad existence.
That is a sad existence. Okay, do I hop over these plants?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody gets to see me jump.
So this plant in front of you is actually edible.
Like I could just pull a leaf and eat it?
You could eat one of the flowers too if you wanted.
Okay, what should I try? Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eat a flower. It'll be somewhat strong of a taste, a little bit like pepper.
How can I tell which one is good to eat?
Any of them that look pretty.
I think this one looks decently pretty. Do I take the whole thing off?
Yep. Chomp it.
Hey, do I chomp on the whole thing?
If you're brave, you can, but like if you're not feeling brave, you can just eat a little bite.
Hey, like one of the petals maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with that.
What is that face?
Wasn't tasting like I thought it would.
What did you think it would taste like?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's like that thing where you're like expecting maybe something sour a little bit. Like it's gonna taste very earthy, but it doesn't taste earthy. It tastes... I don't want to say cilantro, but you're talking to somebody who doesn't eat a lot of herbs at all. So I'm having a hard time placing the taste, but it doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like a plant. Can I eat the rest of the whole thing?
Yeah.
Do you suggest eating the whole thing?
It's perfectly edible.
So I bet this part tastes different too?
Yeah, it might, a little bit.
Okay, we're going all in, y'all. A green bean.
Really? I think it tastes kind of like pepper.
That inside part had it squirted a little bit. It had like a like a sour taste. Almost hot.
Yeah, that's the peppery.
Whoa. I was not expecting that. That was cool. I was not expecting that.
Would you do that again?
The whole flower?
Like, I mean, like, do you think it's good enough to do again? Or do you not like it?
It's a little too hot for me, and I like really mild foods. So maybe not, but it was okay for like definitely to try.
How diplomatic of you.
Should I eat one of the leaves?
You
Does it
can.
taste different?
I don't know how different it tastes. It's been a while since I've tried them side by side.
Can I just have like this leaf?
Yeah, this plant has so many leaves.
Ooh, there's still like that pepper taste in that too. It sits on your tongue. The pepper taste sits there.
Yeah, we'll give you something nicer to eat later. Get
Sounds
that
good.
off.
It's just a little hot, but it's not like unbearable or anything if you don't like hot foods like me. So tell me, what is this plant?
Oh, this is a garden nasturtium.
Okay, and what do you grow it for? Is it...
It is beautiful. It is edible. Like if you want to put edible flowers in something, it's a really good option. And it's also medicinal, I've learned recently. I heard that you can use it to help with dandruff. So I haven't done any of that yet, but I might look into it.
That sounds really cool. There's so many like extra things to go on with the plant. Hey, where to next? Is it this trellis right here, or?
Okay, so these are my eggplants.
Is that why the stems look purple?
This variety of eggplant has purple stems. And these are Nagasaki long eggplants.
Is it okay if I touch one?
Yeah. Be careful of spines on the tops.
They have spines?
Yeah, some of them.
What does the spine look like?
It's just like little prickles. But yeah, these are the eggplant that you ate earlier.
Oh, and your
Baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush?
Yes.
That stuff tasted really good. Tiny. It's so cute.
Oh yeah, look further back in there. There's a bigger one.
Oh, that means I have to go head first like you do.
Yeah, this one fell over. A plant doesn't normally fall over like this.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah,
it feels so smooth. I like how it feels.
You never touched eggplant before?
I don't think so. I actually don't eat eggplant unless you give it to me. So
yeah, fair. Check out this pepper plant behind it. It's the white leaves.
This one? So
yeah.
It's meant to have white leaves.
Yeah, it's called variegation. This is kind of an extreme version of variegation. If you find any red peppers on there, you can pull them.
Well, there's a lot of yellow. Is that what it's supposed to look like, is yellow?
Yeah, it starts out white yellow and then turns red when it's ripe.
Man, you really have to dig in to see. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
How do you pick it?
Just kind of pull it off.
This one, look at it. It's so cute. So what is this?
Fish pepper.
Fish pepper. Is there a specific thing you make with fish pepper?
I think they go really well as like the hot chili and curries.
Ooh, okay. So we just looked at the fish pepper, but I'm curious about why you have this white bag on the edge of this plant.
Yeah, so that is to protect the flower from being pollinated, trying to save seeds from the plant. And if the pollen gets crossed, then the seeds might not make the same kind of pepper next year.
Oh.
You know, like how genetics work?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's two parent plants that could cross and make a new baby. But pepper flowers, tomato flowers, eggplant flowers, they're all called what's perfect flowers, which means they have everything they need in a single flower to pollinate themselves. So they can either self-pollinate or be pollinated by a different plant.
Interesting.
And so if you protect it, you make sure it self-pollinates and it's the exact same genetics.
So for your next crop, it will be the same.
Yep.
Okay. Do people try to cross-pollinate the plants to make different peppers?
That is definitely something that some people do on purpose.
Do you do that?
No, not yet.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. It's a lot of work keeping track of what's what.
You have this lovely, I'm assuming it's still a pepper plant, but I'm assuming it's not fish pepper.
No, these are Tabasco peppers.
How can you tell the difference? Because that pepper looks a lot like this one.
Well, first of all, these ones are facing up.
Oh, that's true.
And they're on a plant that doesn't have white leaves.
Yes, that's helpful too.
If you want to pick some of the red ones, basically what you do is you find a red one and you give it a little tug, and if it just pops right off, then it's ready.
That's so cool. Okay, well, we need to collect a few then, don't we? Because it looks like you have a decent amount ready to be collected.
Yeah.
You know, you should be getting my glow right now.
Okay, so these vines in front of you, do you have any guesses?
I don't really see anything growing from it. Like, but it looks like pumpkin plants, maybe?
Okay, that's not a terrible guess.
Don't pumpkins like start on the ground and vine out and then grow like up on the sides? The problem is I don't see anything, so I'm like...
Yeah, that's a good guess, but that is not a squash plant.
This is a squash plant.
It is not a squash plant.
It's not a squash plant.
It is a sweet potato plant. And you'll be able to tell if you come look over here.
Oh.
They're kind of trying to escape the soil.
Do they grow underground and then come up, or do they always grow underground?
They grow underground. They're like regular potatoes, you know? They're not like exactly like regular potatoes, but they do also grow underground like potatoes.
How do you know when they're done then?
That's a good question. Mostly I've been told that... Oh, I'm about to trip. Mostly I've been told that I can pick them whenever, and it's just about making sure to get them when they're like the right size, but also before the bugs get to them.
Okay, but that means don't you have to dig it up then, look at it, and then like... You know what I mean?
You kind of like, you pick one or two, and you use that to assess how big the rest of them are.
So it's kind of like you have to sacrifice those one or two for the betterment of the others.
Yeah. Also, I hate to tell you, but you're standing on my carrot patch.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. They haven't sprouted yet, so you can't really hurt them.
Well, you were slightly standing in that area. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Are they the Auxharts? Like your garden channel name?
Some of them are. So you can see that like animals have been stepping in here.
Okay.
And there are little sprouts. I planted some rutabagas as well. So these are just now starting to come up.
Oh, cute.
But carrots take a long time to germinate. I actually should probably water this. The soil's looking a little dry.
So this whole patch, when did you plant them?
I'm thinking it's like almost a week ago now.
Oh, so it's not long at all.
Yeah, no, the carrots will be a while. They, depending on conditions, can take anywhere from like 7 to 21 days to germinate.
Germinate.
That is sprouting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I can stand over here?
Yeah, all of this wood chip stuff is fine to stand in.
Okay. So what is next? 'Cause there's a lot. We have like this vine that's making a nice square.
Well, that's also
the
sweet potato. Yeah. All this.
It's cool how it grows like that. It's very...
Well, I've been kind of directing it away from where I don't want it to be.
I like the, like, you can kind of mimic it to where you want to go. Maneuver. Yeah. Wait, this is looking a little dead, but I'd like to know what it is.
Do you want to guess?
I will always take a
If you
guess.
squat down and look on the stalk, you might recognize some of that.
This looks... Oh, there's bugs in there.
Yeah.
It looks a little like cabbage? Lettuce?
Okay, so what are tiny cabbages called?
They
It's
have
not literally a tiny cabbage, but like it looks like a tiny cabbage.
They have another name?
You've seen these. I know you know what these are.
You're going to say it and I'm going to go, oh.
It's a Brussels sprout.
Oh.
This is an old plant from last year that never went to seed, so I left it.
Okay.
I have some new babies over here. There's that one, and then this one is tiny, and I'm not sure if it's going to make it.
This one over here?
Yeah.
Can I stand right here?
Yep. There's nothing else here that you can't see.
This is Brussels sprout leaves?
Yep.
Super cool. I don't think I like Brussels sprout, but then again, I don't know for sure. I think you've cooked it once and I ate it, so maybe I've changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so this looks like a Brussels sprout too then, right here.
Yeah,
That
that's
also
actually
looks
the same plant, if you look. It fell over and grew some more from the stalk.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this is dead, like it's not going to actually produce Brussels sprouts?
It seems like it is producing Brussels sprouts. I'm not really sure. I think once it gets cold, it might be happier again.
Well, you got what, 2 more months-ish?
Yeah, first frost date is going to be like the first week of November.
Okay. Next, you got this plant right here growing onto your Brussels sprout.
Yeah, this is cayenne peppers.
Cayenne peppers. Oh, we got a little bumblebee. Hi. That is a bumblebee, right?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything in here that's really going to sting you.
Well, I don't mind stinging or not. It's more just like I can't tell the difference. I thought bumblebees were a lot bigger, but he looked really fuzzy.
Oh, there's a lot of different kinds of bees.
How can you tell when a cayenne pepper is ready to be picked?
Pretty much any pepper, you can pick it at any time. It's just about how the flavor is going to develop. So cayennes usually are picked when red.
So these are all definitely green.
Yep.
So what do you use cayenne pepper for?
Usually I save them all and then dry them out and make cayenne powder.
That's right, you gave us some
Yeah.
that we've been using. Cool. Okay.
So if you want to walk around through here and make your way back to the
trellis.
So this trellis behind you, it has some babies on it near the base.
These right here?
Yeah.
These little green things?
I'm starting to be able to tell what they are actually, although I don't expect you to know.
Yeah, no. I
These,
don't know.
These are baby pea plants.
Pea plants, like snow peas or...
So I have two types on here. I have telephone peas and magnolia tendril peas.
Okay.
One of those is going to make a purple pod, which you'll see as a theme in my garden.
Wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah. And peas are kind of happier with cold weather, which is why I've planted them now coming into fall.
Okay. So you really cycle through your garden.
Yeah.
Those different plants.
I'm really growing year round because the climate is so mild here. We don't get like deep freezes.
That is true. Being in Charleston, that never happens. And if you do, you're in for a surprise.
Yeah. Freeze in Charleston, that would be a bad day.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my favorite trellis in the whole garden.
I can see why.
Step
Beautiful.
into it. It's like being in a little fantasy world, just like your own little tiny...
It's my own little sanctuary. I like this.
Yeah.
Hey, what is this? I'm assuming it's a bean that I'm holding on to.
Yeah, good job. These are noodle beans.
Noodle beans.
You've heard me talk about noodle beans, right?
Yes, because you mentioned that you were going to get some of those seeds at one point to me.
Oh, yeah.
It was a while ago, though, because this has grown a lot. These are really long, though.
Yeah.
And this one's getting really wrinkly.
Yeah, so this one, like the other beans, this one is too far gone.
So you're going to just let it continue and then dry them out?
Yeah. This one is like tiny bit far gone, but that's like more where I would pick them for fresh eating.
Mm-hmm. Have you already picked a lot of these?
Oh yeah. I got tired of picking them. There were so many of them, and there's still so many of them.
But it makes it look so nice.
I know.
You know? Like you can't complain. You'll just have a lot of beans to
like
dry.
at this point, the vines are just coming down and hanging.
So when would you pick these?
When
you said kind of like this one's a little bit over.
Yeah.
What about this one right here?
Yeah, this one's almost perfect. This one is like more ideal, I would say. It's just barely starting to bulge out.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm trying to see if I can find one. Maybe like this one right here?
Yeah.
Barely bulging?
I haven't really been picking a lot of them because I have all those other beans to pick.
This one looks super nice right here.
Yeah, but like you literally can just harvest these year
round.
not like year round, but like through the entire like not frozen season.
Are you gonna keep this trellis as noodle beans?
No, these will get ripped out once the freeze comes. And maybe I'll put more peas.
That sounds like a lot of effort to have to rip out a plant that you planted to put a new one there.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but that's kind of just how gardening goes.
I never thought of it that way. Like I always thought farmers and anybody who gardened would put the same plant in the same place every single time, and that like the soil couldn't do another plant after that. If that makes sense.
Oh, that's really interesting that you say that. Yeah, so that's actually the opposite of what a lot of people think. Have you ever heard of crop rotation?
No.
So that's the idea that like a plant takes a lot of a specific kind of nutrient from the soil, or a specific set of nutrients, and you have to put it in a different place all the time so that it doesn't like deplete the soil in that one spot of that one nutrient.
Oh, okay.
Or if you have like a pest that is in a specific area, you can move your crop somewhere else so the pest can't find it.
Okay.
But if you have a small garden like mine, repositioning, then like I can only move my plants like 30 feet away from where they were, so I can't really deter pests that way.
Yeah.
I move stuff around mostly just for like aesthetics, because I bring in compost every year, and that like replenishes the nutrients of the soil pretty well.
Okay.
The only thing that I might need to rotate for is like actual soil-borne disease, which still can spread kind of far, so there's really only so much I can do as far as rotation. So like in my space, I either can or can't. I don't have to, and I don't have to not either.
Mm-hmm. The leaf is giving you like an eye patch when you were talking.
All right, so you were asking about these flowers earlier.
Yeah. Are these edible too, or are they just for aesthetics?
These are not edible. These are just pretty. They're zinnias.
Okay.
They are really nice because they keep blooming. You can see there's some flowers that look a little dead, and then some that are just starting to bloom.
Is this all the same plants? Because you got
There's a few different plants.
Can they? So they do their own color? Can they do the same?
They each do their own color.
Okay.
But they are like kind of branching.
Yeah,
so
this one's, oh, okay, I see it. It used to look a little purple. This pink color. This one just looks like it's on the same. Because it is. It's cute though.
yeah, I like them.
Yeah. So that's just aesthetics.
Yeah. It also like pulls in pollinators, you know?
Pulls in all the bees.
Yeah.
Pollinate. You also got the bags on those plants too, and that's not a flower.
There's a flower in there. There's just also a lot of leaves stuck in there.
What is that growing on there? Is that another pepper?
Yeah, these are also peppers. This is mostly peppers and flowers right here.
Is this another basil?
Yeah, that's another lemon basil.
I like your lemon basil.
Yeah.
Okay, your peppers here, they're long.
Yep, those are Anaheim peppers. They're like medium mild spicy. They're really good for roasting and stuffing with cheese.
Ooh, how do you know when they're ready to be picked?
When they turn red.
Most of these need to turn red.
Yes, you're catching on.
Well, like this one has a few that are turning red. What is this?
This is a peppadew pepper.
Peppadew?
Yeah, it's peppadew. Krista told me about them. She says that they are her favorite.
So, would this one be considered ready to pick?
Yeah, you can pick that one.
How do you pick it?
Just kind of pull it off. There you go.
Oh, I like this one. This one looks really cool.
Yeah.
Peppadew.
So for the pesto pizza tonight, since you can't have walnuts, we are going to pick some fresh basil and make you some walnut free pesto.
Hey.
So we're gonna need the clippers for this.
Okay.
And all you're gonna do is come in and look for where it splits and chop.
So this whole thing is usable. Do you pull the leaves off?
Some people do. If it's just a little bit of stem, I don't bother. If it's like a bigger, woodier stem, I would.
Smells really good.
Yeah.
I like that smell.
All right, you try.
Okay. So you said where it splits off?
Yep. So like right here, you see the split?
So it'd be up here.
You cut all the way down as close to where it splits as possible.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have to be super exact. You just have to kind of, yeah.
How can you tell it's ready to be picked?
And you see it starting to make flowers?
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean ready, but it does mean if you don't pick it soon, it will go to seed and it will taste different.
Okay. So if I'm correct, then one I could do is right here, but above this part.
Yep.
A little tiny one. I'm gonna smell each one just like
Yeah.
Y'all, this basket of basil and all these other peppers in it, it looks so cute. I've never picked anything from a garden before, but this is awesome. Rachel does so much to make such a great garden, and I'm really proud of her. So I want to make sure she knows that. Let me see if I can do it.
So this is basically the herb bed. I've got lavender, oregano, sage, some dying parsley, thyme. This plant at the very end, the tall one, take a leaf and eat it.
Like this leaf?
Yeah, any leaf.
You gotta smell it first.
You're not going to be able to tell what it is by smelling.
Oh. It's kind of sweet. Kind of like mint, but that's not, I bet that's not what this is.
No.
Yeah.
Stevia.
Oh, who or what?
Stevia. You know, like the plant replacement sugar?
Like Splenda?
It's not like, it is a replacement like Splenda, but stevia is a plant that people use as a sweetener.
I did not know that was a thing.
Oh, okay.
Stevia?
Yeah, stevia.
Well, it looks nice.
Thanks.
I guess I can kind of taste how, like I said, it's sweeter.
Yeah, some of the bigger leaves maybe taste like straight up sugar.
Now I feel bad that I compared it to mint. I'm really sorry, Stevia. Didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I don't blame you for expecting mint to be sweet because you've always had it in sweet, like baked goods and stuff.
Mint chocolate chip ice cream is like my favorite thing in the world. So
Yeah.
I think that's what I compare it to. Okay, you said this is thyme?
Yep.
Okay. You can't really smell it.
Rustle it. You gotta rustle them.
You gotta rustle.
So they've got essential oils in them that you gotta kind of release.
Oh, okay. I smelled it there.
Yeah.
That smelled good. Hey, I'm trying to guess because you went through all of them. You even went through all of them in order. And I don't remember which is which. Is this the plant over here?
Yeah, I didn't say the name of that one. You can eat that one and try and figure it out, but I think you'll have a hard time figuring it out.
That tastes familiar. Do you ever like taste smell?
Yeah, they're very connected, I think.
Yeah. It's almost like it would smell super good.
Yeah,
I know I've smelled that before.
that is tarragon.
Tarragon. What do you use tarragon for?
I use it in a chicken recipe mostly, but that probably too tastes like licorice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Your dying parsley plant.
Yep.
Okay. I'm really sorry for your parsley. So I'm sorry she let you eat it. I'm just kidding.
No, it's not.
You didn't.
It went to seed and now it's done.
Oh, okay. So they die after they're done?
They die after a couple of years, supposedly. I think mine is like 3 years old, so it's lived longer than it should.
So you're gonna plant a new one?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't eat a lot of parsley.
So this is soft.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it feels. It looks cute. Can I rustle it and make it smell?
Yeah, you can do that with literally anything in the garden. I just can't promise that it's all gonna smell good.
I don't know.
You want to try a bite and see?
So I can pull off a leaf?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna feel weird because the leaf is fuzzy. Is this one mint?
No.
Do you have mint?
I do have mint. It's not in this bed though.
Oh wow. That was an overwhelming taste all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's sage.
Yep. Ooh. Took a small leaf and that was a lot.
Alright, what about this one next to it?
Rosemary?
No, it's okay. That one is oregano.
This is oregano?
Yeah, that one will be really strong if you taste it.
I feel like Miguel would be upset with me at this point.
Yeah,
'Cause we use
Miguel's gonna
oregano.
watch this, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is.
Tell them who Miguel is.
Oh, Miguel is my husband. We've been married 1 year. He loves cooking. He uses all the spices Rachel gives him and the Tabasco sauce like all the time. When I met him, I didn't know how to cook very well at all. Can you tell I'm opposite of my sister? So he's been teaching me a lot. So I finally season my chicken and my ground beef. I only used to do salt and pepper until I met him. So now we use oregano, but we use a lot of cilantro in cooking and garlic and onion. So I've expanded my horizons.
Good for you.
So this is oregano. Do you want me to eat a leaf off of it?
You don't have to.
Okay,
It's kind
I'm
of
good.
strong.
And you said rosemary. Is this one rosemary?
I don't think if I said rosemary, I was mistaken. That's lavender.
Oh no, lavender.
Yeah.
You did say lavender at once. This is the plant I confused earlier.
Yeah.
And said, oh, it's lavender. The other one's cinnamon basil. This is lavender. Okay. I love the smell of lavender.
It doesn't have any flowers, so it might not smell very lavendery right now.
Yeah, you can't really smell anything.
Do you want to taste the mint plant?
Yes, please, so I can finally know. Try
So
many leaves.
yeah, this big one is the mint. If you want to try mint, this is
mint.
yes.
You know, I'm gonna have to watch this video back and get mad at myself for not knowing all of these things.
It's okay. I don't expect you to know. And if you haven't been like growing them and staring at them all the time, like how would you know?
I can kind of smell it a little bit more now, the mint. Okay, take the leaf off.
Yeah, so this one is spearmint. It's not peppermint.
You got a lot of bees on this one. Okay. I can taste the mint. Now, when they make mint flavored things, do they always use the mint plant?
They use a mint plant.
A mint plant. So you have spearmint, there's peppermint. Is there a lot more?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more. I can't name all of them though.
Is this also the mint right here?
Yeah, mint is escaping.
What are you gonna do about it? The mint is escaping.
I gotta cut it back. All right, so this is the berry patch.
May I walk into the berry patch?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's pretty clear what's plants and what's not, so don't step on the plants.
Okay.
One of these berries you have picked before.
I'm pretty sure it's this one. Down
Yeah.
on the ground, strawberry.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't have any in there right now.
But when did you plant these?
I planted this at the end of last summer. I didn't get berries this year, but I think I will next year.
Do they smell like strawberry?
I don't think they would, no.
Okay, so is this all strawberry right here?
So the stuff that's climbing up the trellis, that's raspberry. Actually,
Yeah.
these ones are blackberry. The ones on the far end are raspberries.
So this is blackberry?
Yep.
Okay.
And there's also no berries here. They're just bushes right now.
Well, it's starting out, right?
Yeah.
It takes its time.
And then
What is this one?
it's still blackberry.
It's still blackberry. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's growing up versus the strawberry that stays.
Yeah, and you can see a difference in the leaf shape. The strawberries have like a rounder leaf and the blackberries have like a pointier leaf.
Oh, I see. Okay. It was all green, so it kind of mixed together for me at times.
Yeah, fair.
So it's hard for me to tell the difference. Hey, and then you have
Raspberries.
raspberry.
And then this other one in here, this is the one you've been looking for this whole tour. What is that called?
Wait, I've been looking for something this whole time?
Well,
Oh,
you keep-
rosemary?
Yeah.
I already forgot. Does this smell?
Yeah. It smells very strongly.
Oh, it does. It smells good though.
Mm-hmm.
And rosemary is a type of herb, so we use that for cooking too, right?
Yep.
And is this still raspberry?
Yep.
The raspberry leaves they're like pointy and round.
Yeah, they're like fatter.
Yeah, the blackberry one, it looks smoother. Not smoother. That's not the word I'm looking for. It glistens more.
Oh, yeah, like maybe it has more of a waxy coating on it.
Yeah, okay, that's the word for it.
Yeah, I never really thought about it. I usually differentiate them between the blackberries being dark and the raspberries being a little lighter colored.
The leaves themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, I do see that now. But it's hard because the strawberry ones are also darker, so you have to do it by leaf shape.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's so rounded. Now that I stare at it, I'm like, oh, I see the difference.
Yeah. These are the things you learn as you start growing plants. Like, nobody is just like taught these things anymore. So, like, the fact that
Yeah.
you don't know it, you don't have to be embarrassed about that.
But it's interesting though. Like the most growing of plants we did was growing up. Like they gave you the little pot to learn how to plant a seed and take it home, and then you're like, ooh, I grew something. And mom had like sunflowers in her garden bed in Texas, so I remember her planting those too. But beyond that, the gardening gene must have skipped me, because I don't think I could keep anything alive. I also live in an apartment on a second floor with no balcony.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Even
There are
our
some
kitchen-
things you could grow inside by a window, but that would be tough.
We also have a cat named Smokey, who's 8 months old, and that may not be a great plan.
Yeah.
Because he totally ate through something this morning.
Oh no.
And it wasn't even food related. Nor was it my shoes like he normally goes for. Very annoyed. But I love him. I love him very much.
Just keep saying that.
Every day, Rachel, every day.
Alrighty guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed watching my sister discover plants in general.
First time, never seen a plant before, apparently.
Discovering edible plants.
Yeah, wait. Most plants have edible things except
Yeah.
for flowers.
A lot of, well, in there, yeah, but like in the world, no. Don't eat random plants in the world.
That's not what I meant either. Y'all, I don't know much.
But you're a great musician, so don't forget to check out her channel.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, at the end of this video, you're gonna find a clip of her singing this new song that she wrote.
I wrote it specifically for her. It was supposed to be a birthday gift. That's 4 or 5 months ago now, so I'm behind.
It's a Christmas gift now.
Yeah, it's a Christmas gift. But it was all about her and her gardening that inspired me to write this song. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
And when it's finished, the full version will be up for you guys to see.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching again.
Yeah.
And until next time, happy gardening.
Thank you guys. You've got those green vibes I can't ignore. Warm smile I've been looking for. Bright eyes looking at the world and all the possibilities it holds. You dance along with the rising sun, growing flowers wherever you are. Don't sleep till the sunset's done, and that's just what I need. Those green vibes, you give off such a positive light. Those green vibes attract the sun as your spotlight. Those green vibes make the world go better and brighter when you come around. When you come around, those green vibes. Oh, those green vibes. And I already forgot how I'm ending this song. But we're going to continue just like this about green vibes and how they're quite awesome because they radiate from you.